it's just Martine, and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. It's January 16th, MLK Day, but I'm still doing schoolwork because I normally don't have classes on Mondays anyway. But I thought I'd take a second to say hello and welcome you to the vlog. I kind of have a theme for this week's vlog, but I'll also be reading stuff outside of it, hopefully. But the main overarching theme is that I want to read my book club books for January. So this means I want to finish in this vlog Finlay Donovan Is Killing It, which is the Shelf This book club pick for the month of January, co-hosted by Bailey, who runs the book club, and Amy, who picked this month's read. I think like 25% of the way through that already. I started it during my weekend reading vlog, but I didn't mention that to you at all in that video, so joke's on you, I guess. And I also want to read my 4 Magic Tree House books for this month for the Magic Tree House read along. I also just want to update you on how the progress is going for my buddy read of The Body Keeps the Score. This is, I think, the 3rd week of that buddy read, so I'm going to be doing that. And then, I'll also be reading other things because library loans are still due and the world keeps turning. But the primary focus this week is to knock out these mandatory reads for the month of January. It's Tuesday night, and I'm still standing. Metaphorically, I'm currently sitting. But today, after my 6 hours of classes, I sat down in the library and did some reading for fun to decompress before dinner. So I got to 50% of Finlay Donovan Is Killing It, which I've been working on steadily like all week so far. And things keep getting crazier and crazier with that book. It stresses me out a little for the character. No, it stresses me out a lot for the character. It just stresses me out personally a little, but for the character a lot. And then I also read the first Magic Tree House book for the month, which is book 19, Tigers at Twilight. And I gave it 3 stars, definitely not my favorite Magic Tree House book. I also listened to it on audiobook, which may or may not have helped with that very much, but in general, I thought the plot for this one specifically was just lacking, especially after the last few that we read, which were so high impact, like talked about things like the Titanic and stuff, ending up in yet another jungle with yet more animals, which is, a vibe that we've had a few times throughout the series. Was just like, meh. And pretty soon, my friends and I are going to do some reading sprints on Discord for the night, so that's good. I'll get some more reading done. Not sure which of my in-progress books I'll be reading for that, but making progress. Happy Wednesday. It's just past 1 p.m. and I just finished reading Finlay Donovan Is Killing It. I'm giving it 4 stars. What a wacky book. The anxiety was high throughout the whole of it. It starts off, Finlay Donovan's life is a mess. That was anxiety inducing enough, like a total disaster. And then she accidentally gets mistaken for a hit person and things kind of spiral from there. And it's just, oh my gosh, I don't even, and then the last page is insane. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the second book, but it looks like I'll be reading it sooner than expected because Danielle and Lizzie are probably going to read it soon. And I was like, I'll read it with you. Now I have to go meet up with a group to work on a group project. Yay. Good morning. It's Thursday morning, and last night I made a lot of progress in Cage of Souls, which is not a book club book or buddy read for this month, but since I'm ending my Kindle Unlimited subscription next Wednesday, and it's the last one I'm reading from there, I do need to finish it. Also, because it's kind of a chunker. It's like 600 pages and pretty slow going. It's a sci-fi, I guess. So anyway, I read it for like an hour last night. I've already read it for like half an hour today, so progress is being made. It makes me really sleepy and like cozy, comfortable, tired every time I read it. That was a struggle at breakfast this morning, and also it meant that last night I went to sleep at 8:50 p.m. That's probably just because I'm actually fixing my sleep schedule again and like waking up at a reasonable time in the morning. Granted, not to do productive things. I'll get to a place where I can wake up early and do productive things, but for now I'm focusing on the waking up part and just watching Glee. Hopefully today I'll also maybe read the next Magic Tree House book so that I can give you the review for that, but I just wanted to say hello from the office this morning and my computer that doesn't work. I did in fact read the next Magic Tree House book. I read Dingoes at Dinner Time. While I ate dinner, I just thought of that now. And I'm giving it 3.5 stars, so a little better than Tigers of Twilight, but still not my favorite Magic Tree House book. I think what really gave it a 3.5 is like the ending, because all the Magic Tree House books are written in these like 4-book arcs, and this was the end of an arc and the end of that arc was pretty interesting to me. And honestly, I might not read much of anything tonight, so there's that. I'm sitting on my yoga mat, ready to show up for this yoga challenge some of us are doing. I really don't want to do it today, but I'm at least going to try. Happy Saturday. I want to finish Cage of Souls today. I have about 2.5 hours left of it according to Bookly. That's pretty much the only reading that I've been doing since talking to you last. Let's do it. Let's do it. I did in fact manage to finish Cage of Souls. Tonight it was like early evening when I finished it, and I gave it 2.5 stars, which is a real unfortunate rating for a 600-page book. But you know what? It's done now. And that meant that I got to cancel my Kindle Unlimited subscription before it charged me. Hooray. I did my 2-month free trial very successfully. This was a science fiction book, but it turned out not to be the kind of science fiction book that I really like, which is fine. And I did just pick it on cover alone. I don't think I even read the synopsis. I was just like, ooh, this looks interesting, and chose to read it. Why I would commit to a 600-page book by, ooh, this cover looks interesting, is beyond me. This is why I usually avoid 600-page books. This was about this guy, and he was going to this island prison, and you find out why later, so I can't tell you. And also the reason he ended up there was weird. And the society is kind of collapsing, and then you're seeing like the social dynamics of the prison itself. And there were parts of it that I definitely enjoyed, but overall it was just not my thing. But I'm glad I gave it a shot. And then I also got to the end of part 3 of The Body Keeps the Score, which I'm buddy reading with some people, and so part 3 was this week's portion of the buddy read. I did that, so it technically fits in the theme of this vlog, even though Cage of Souls doesn't. And I think as I get ready for bed, I'm going to listen to some Magic Treehouse. Maybe I'll finish one of them, maybe both of them, maybe none of them. We'll see. But whatever progress I make, I'll fill you in the morning. Good night. Oh, I forgot to mention that I just had some like pretty impromptu reading sprints with Bailey, Ruby, and Danielle. It was Danielle's idea, so thank you, Danielle. I had a lot of fun. The reason I say reading sprints is because we did 2 15-minute sprints and the rest of the time we talked, so there's that. But okay, bedtime. Sorry that you can hear the water fountain in the background here, but I quickly wanted to drop in and tell you about the 2 Magic Treehouse books that I read last night. It was the Civil War one, whose name I'm forgetting, and then the Revolutionary War on Wednesday one, so 2 war books, which was weird back to back. The Civil War one I gave 4 stars, largely because of the discussions that they had about like people being on sides and nuance and helping others. And then the Revolutionary War got, I think, 3.5 stars because, like, I don't know, they ended up in some interesting situations, but it wasn't, like, something really solid. Oh, also because in the Civil War one, there was a really cool ending to it, like a really cool character that popped up. So I think that added to it a lot. And I have reading sprints with friends this afternoon, so I don't know if I'll finish another book, but I did finish everything that I said that I was setting out to accomplish in this, so that's always nice. I am like a third of the way into an arc that would be really cool to wrap up today, but I have like 3 more hours of reading for it, and I just don't know if I'm going to do that much reading today, so it all depends. But right now I'm out here enjoying this really beautiful weather. It's actually a bit like breezy today, which is very rare because my school, even though it's technically in like a coastal city, is very much inland, so we don't get as much wind as I did at like my undergrad university, which was like very close to the beach. It's nice to have a bit of a breeze today, and it's not too hot out yet, so I thought I'd enjoy the outdoors while I could. I had French toast sticks for breakfast, and I love when they have French toast sticks because growing up every Sunday pretty much my dad, my sister, and I would go together to Burger King and get breakfast, and I would get their French toast sticks, and then my sister and I would play on like the play area, and my dad would usually sit and like call his sister or just watch us have the time of our lives. So I have really fond memories of French toast sticks, especially on Sundays. So that always makes me really happy, and I think I'm gonna go look at some turtles now. So let's see if we can find any. At first glance, there aren't that many out this morning, but sometimes if you just stand on the bridge, sometimes more will join. They love guests. Look at the tiny baby. Hello. Oh, I spotted you. You all are hiding from me. Not you. You're out and proud. It's not even 6:30 p.m. and it feels like it's 2 in the morning. I'm all of a sudden so tired. I just got off of sprints with friends and I had a good time. It doesn't seem like I had a good time because I'm really low energy right now, but I seriously feel like I was very suddenly hit by a truck. But I did manage to finish Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Crouch, which I don't think comes out until November because I was reading it an arc on NetGalley, and I gave it 4.5 stars. Oh, it was so good. I was stressed out reading it literally all afternoon. I so easily read it for every sprint. Like, I didn't switch books a single time. That is so rare for me. It held my attention so well. It was just so enjoyable. It looks like it's set up to be fake dating or like fake marriage relationship, but they don't end up together. This is not really a spoiler. You find out that that's not gonna happen pretty soon because they're both heckin' gay, fall in love with other people along the way, and it's just so great. And there's a female knight in it, and I loved it. And that's not even addressing the fact that it's like slightly historical fiction set in this kingdom where like the legend of King Arthur was, and now like that's past and they're not sure if they fully believe in like the magic of that, but they still regard him as like the greatest king ever. And we're following the royal family and one of their betrothed, whose name is Arthur, and then Gwen, short for Gwendolyn, not Guinevere. But it was so great. It was so much fun. And I have a friend who loves Arthurian stuff and is going to lose her mind over this. So I need to tell her right away this book is coming out because it was so good. It is YA, so just know that. Like, don't expect an adult book from this. It's just a fluffy YA time, but some crazy plot twists did happen, which was why I was stressed. Overall, what a great ending to this reading week. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what's a book that you really loved recently, and subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!